Today, the initial report for wetin happen na Pademba Road Prison on the 29th of April 2020 don comot. A lot of time, even if in a different topic we dey talk na here, or even on Saturdays where we can say anybody can talk whatever they in mind, one time, Pademba Road report can come on the air where people in the ask say, waiting don't they go on, titi do no yeri. Well, today, the government of Salone want make me, say, the report's done ready. And the Director General of the Sierra Leone Correctional Services we get opportunity for read them. However, the report not come out na do it. For make me and you go able get a soft copy or hard copy. They say then they work on that one day. So we go really like for make we self able get hold of the report. Make we interpret and create better one. Make we know waiting the inside day. Waiting we go learn from waiting happen that day. But before we come to the report, as always, make we come with the COVID-19 figures them for today. 254 tests was conducted. 254 tests was conducted. Out of these 254 tests, 25 turn out for be positive. 25 positive. And this 25, if one break down by district, now so the number then look like. Western Area Rural, 1. Tonkolili, 1. Kenema, 1. Pujeung, 6. And Putloko, 16. Pujeung, 6. The last time we Pujeung be record positive case again, na be the 5th of June. The 5th of June, na be the last time we Pujeung record a positive case. So then be done the almost 1 month without any positive case. However, today they come with 6 positive cases. Putloko, India on another level. On the 1st of July, Putloko be record 16 cases. Today, on the 7th, they don't record another 16 cases. On the 3rd of July, 7 cases. So the rate at which Putloko they handle this premier now inside this COVID-19 phase, look correct. So today, I get the opportunity for Ask Nana Kovac. So waiting happen because the spokesperson be tell we say when they go Putloko, he be glad because he gonna want attire base, meet everybody will be wearing face mask. As if now because they be president that time they feel say they for let them guards now down. And not for your reward again. So then we tell we say the surveillance, the case investigator them, then go investigate what thing they happen right now at Putloko. But then say again, not to foresee, na Putloko no more can get them figures here. But Cambia back at na Putloko na they themselves can for don under. So maybe. So they wait. Because the way it is looking right now, it no look correct. Today on Freetong no register case. Freetong no register case. We don't know if na submit, they don't submit, or for say free tongue you get 0. But the good thing will happen now. Remember, the active case search is on. And the good thing when NACOVAC announced today, say, if you're inside free tongue, tomorrow, the 8th of July, 2020, there is going to be an open testing center for now, one greno, na the special court building. So you can go na special court and go tell them, say, you want to conduct the test. And make you see how that one day they come out. We really go look for send the camera there, but we don't know if then go grey. For make the camera go see if people then take advantage of that. But again, you go say, waiting na the education, we don't go towards this, or waiting at the sensitization, we don't go towards this, to people and within a free tongue say, right now, you able, from tomorrow, you able to work on a special court building and say, account for COVID-19 test, and then conduct them by you without question. But however, NACOVAC kwa make me, you know, say, one, well, na mortal man den didi. 2, na machine. So just in case you go, they're not able for render you that service the way you go for say, then without question, then go take your swab and test you for COVID-19 and say, make you just understand that. But in Sierra Leone right now, in Freetown, the city, testing for begin tomorrow. If you feel say you want for test, you're able to go na the special court building and ask outside the testing center day and Wakagodi done then test you. Definitely, we will try to ask for a request if they go agree me the camera go to Mapadi. Make we see how it happen. Make we continue with the rest of the numbers them for today. The confirmed positive cases in Salone don't reach now 1,572. 1,572 people don't test positive for coronavirus in Salone. The one them in isolation center, 421. Yesterday will be done today, will be the 399, just below. But oh yeah, we don't cross 400 again, 421. And then they respond to treatment right now at the isolation centers. Within the last 24 hours, we lost one person to COVID-19 in Salone. We pray say, in soul, rest in peace. Within the last 24 hours, 2 people recover from COVID-19 in Salone. 2 people recover. We don't care the cumulative number of people now. We don't beat coronavirus in Salone to 1,088. 1,088. The number they were in quarantine, 1,390. The one them we don't discharge from quarantine, 7,925. And don't forget, say, the big idea for the week. Now for say, the picking them way they go school right now for keep them safe. And tomorrow, you get opportunity if you didn't have free tongue for Waka. Go na the special court building and say you want to do coronavirus test and then go conduct tamper you. So we were there now with yeri. Some people are free tongue no yeri it. Well, There, make we up for tell them. Let we see how that one day come out. We come to a topic for today. On the 29th of April, 2020, we be wake up with a scene we not be fine for reflect whenever them kind thing and they be na Pademba Road prison. For say riots been there, fire been there, smoke been there, and dead body them be there. So that particular day, late in the evening, the government of Sierra Leone be pull a press release about waiting be happen. Make I just go through that press release day quick. The attention of government reached an incident happened earlier today, when on Wednesday the 29th of April 2020, at the Central Correctional Facility within Pademba Road inside Freetown. Preliminary investigation. That be say, you know, like when they look for something, we just reach the pass your hand small. Investigation indicates say there was an attempted prison break. The situation, they don't put them under control. Now, yeah, I want to make we pay attention on. A full assessment of the damage and injuries is ongoing, and government will provide the public with full details. With waiting, full details. Before they give that full details, everything will say the full assessment of damage and injury them be the ongoing. Again, they say a comprehensive investigation. They don't launch them. Findings will also be made waiting public as soon as possible. This now be the 29th of April 2020. Government will like for acknowledge the effort of the joint security forces for stalling, for making tap this attempted prison break. Government also, they praise the effort of the Sierra Leone Fire Force for what they do, they hot the fire, quick one. And this way, they be do them, they be put themselves at risk for do them. Government strongly condemns the attempt to destabilize the security of the state. Meanwhile, members of the public are encouraged to go about their normal business as government remains committed ensuring the continued protection of all citizens. The 29th of April 2020. Now we get the one day from the government of Sierra Leone. Today, the report don't come out. Joseph Lamboy, the Director General of Sierra Leone Correctional Service, plenty thank you for where you read that one day. Even though some areas been there where I don't know if my throat be the dry, maybe they get small cough at one time, then we get for getting water. Just hope say everything okay with them. But what you get out of this initial report? Since we get an initial report, which everyone can do initial assessment of the report. Certain things then they we talk. Certain things then they we all go agree with. About the overcrowding, say now 1,300 people them be did that particular day as inmates them not a prison. A prison we supposed to take 324 inmates. 1,300 inmates them not them be did. So that one day, we all get for agree with him. Say overcrowding, BDD. Now make us say, there are certain things in the way we go agree with him. There are certain things in the way you go scratch your head and say, or everything that you agree with, or everything that you want disagree with. But certain things in the way you say, we not go. I just mention one for you now. Make I just give a quick recap, because until you know be meet up, I know say Usman Tholi can always do a very good job yonder where he can give a recap. But the person will be a registrar, na Joseph Lamboy, the Director General of the Sierra Leone Correctional Service. Now 31 people be die of this particular incident. 30 inmates and 1 officer. The Sayusa say then they try to inform them, the people where die, the next of kin or the relative, he said they write a letter and send to the people Me really want to know how then letter then they go. A post office then use on a people and then send for go drop the letter. The letter where they write. So the people for inform them say then people they be part of the one that will succumb. And we'll be find out say we get a hard time for talk about the one them we die on that particular day. We die of waiting the gunshot wound. From the one them where they try for say then they bring forestallment to this particular situation where happened that day. He say the people the 9 people and the 1 officer then fell. They fell to waiting them for done to. But I just they try for make we just get a little recap that if you not be done listen the entire audio, or also you can go now we YouTube page, you will find the entire video there of how the press conference Bitalek today. It say blunt force injury. 16 people die of blunt force injury. 12 then die of gunshot wounds. But remember, an officer self been die that particular day. Right now, 24 people then they mortuary. 24. They say 6 people don't bury their own people Well, before the reports they come on do, it's like say them people then they don't get the Marconi or then they don't receive the letter. Make a count Usman Tholi. Make him break and down for we proper. Yes, Usman Tholi, you get the platform, sir.
Okay, first I will start by thanking the Director General for the Prison Services in Salone for this comprehensive report of the just concluded initial results of the Maximum Correctional Center at Pandemba Road. I know say a lot of mixed feelings there, and they get a lot of questions then for answer. But before ever I dive into then critical questions here, we myself one bring come. I just want give a quick summary of the causes of the riot, of the causes of, what caused the riot, according to the report. I don't say AAA don't do a fantastic job for giving a summary of the causes them, but for the benefit of the one that we can late, I will just quickly summarize. AAA, as you say, one of the biggest factors with the highlights is in overcrowding. Of course, that is eminent, that is clear for seeing overcrowding. We know say that correctional center they don't been on for many, many years, and it was meant to house only about 324 people or image them. Now, to the time of the riot, I think he say he gets about 1,300. So imagine that now about 400% above the capacity. So that's clearly imminent. Yeah? And then also one of the other factors we then talk about, they say now understaff of the prison officers then. In other words, the prison officers we then did now the correctional center then did for look after the inmates here, they're not sufficient enough. And then they say about 40% short. Yeah? And don't forget, them people here, them prisoners here, they come out from different backgrounds. Some are rapists, some are murderers, all sort of inmates that they inside it. So, in other words, what in the talk here, then they're not manned properly due to this number of staff that we did it. So now one of the factors that they wouldn't give. And the final one way, because now 3 core system. Yeah, the final one they say that of the restrictions of COVID-19 and social media threat. We also say where COVID-19 comes, especially where they detect one of the inmates then inside the correctional center, then bring down a number of restrictions. Then bring up some number of restrictions. Yeah, such short as the suspension of court sittings. You know, then she say, come on, why for suspended court sittings? Closure of the talk shop. That this talk shop, basically outside and they go buy their refreshments. And I will come talk about that, why that is very important. The family, them, where they go visit them, they stop them altogether. You know, so even the outdoor activity outside and they go out for go refresh was restricted. The number of hours they can get for go out, for go take some normal exercise and activity, them they restrict all that one day. And then they talk about the cost of the damage in terms of cost. They say sum up to about 20 billion yuans. That's a lot of money. About 20 billion yuans, the cost. And they say about 31 people and then die. One prison officer and the rest now inmates them. And they make some recommendations. So that's just an overall summary of voting now the core system way they bring forward. Now, I will dive into the questions then, the critical issues then. For me, although, AAA, you say the overcrowding is important, but that has been on the ground for a very long time. We've been only discussing at this forum, 1-2 years ago about the overcrowding, and that did only go on for a very long time. God knows how long this overcrowding don't go on. So you go ask yourself how important this overcrowding is in terms of what specifically happened on Pandemba Road. And obviously, I'm not saying a cause for concern, but I don't think that is an important factor in this respect. Understaff, they say 40% overstock. Again, I want to question that, although it's a contributing factor. But I also say that is very, very important. To my own observation, I think the imminent threat, the more important cause of this, out of all these 3, I think now the restrictions of COVID-19 and the social media threat. The social media threat play an important role now here. And I will explain to you why. Okay, now we go back to the speech where His Excellency the President, Julius Maada Bio make. He accused the other party of being terrorists. And when he said then they're behind some of them here with it happen, the riots that will be going on in the country. And we see the social media threat. I believe nine are the precipitate factor Now, the immediate cause of this, because then say whether they about the social media threat, then put some measures in place, such as the vicinity, the surrounding area of the prison. And I believe, say, even the talk shop was closed down because of social media threat. Because according to them, they say, I'm listening to another inside this interview, but then talk say, then they threaten say they will use the talk shop for poisoning some of the prisoners then, some of the inmates then. So the question is, say the threat will come out from the social media. It leads to the officials then for take extraordinary measures for restraint and even affect the liberty of them prisoners. Yeah? Because all along, some of these issues did not go on. We not all take them serious until the social media threat. And I can confirm here that one of the threat them who have been listening to the social media, one of them say the next president of Sierra Leone will likely come out from Pandemba Road prison. I think that will worry the administrator them now the prison center. And then put up some restrictions then will get big impact on the behavior of the prisoners then. I can argue that with it. Yeah? And COVID-19 is important as well. Yeah, it's important. But when you look at the two, yeah, COVID-19, then for don't do it in a way where I say, will get as important impact as the social media threat. I can argue that with it. So the other issue where they look at is this. One of the key principles of investigation is this. You therefore keep the investigation separate and independent from the stakeholders. We want to ask this question. Where these investigations to go on, who are they behind this investigation? Are they independent? Do they manage to go to the extent to get all the people that were involved? Because we see some other information where they come on social media. Yeah? Then people and they then question them. What is the outcome of the questioning them? Yeah? We get a lot of evidence will come out from the social media. Though some of them, we rely on them. But some of them, again, you get for questioning evidence then. So we want to ask, this investigation, was it independent from the stakeholder then? Would I then carry out this investigation? Yeah, because, there are some questions still left unanswered about this investigation. Thank God it's an initial result of the investigation. But again, some of these initial reports are not far away from the final report, from the final result of investigation. And we are showing them. They will just expand on this. But I doubt very much if we get the final investigation, result of investigations, it will be very much far away from this. Again, I will just want to talk about the speech where His Excellency the President make. I want to ask everybody here. We can vividly remember where His Excellency the President preempt, say, some of them riot here will go on at the country. He gets dealings with some disorganized, misguided people, and especially from the opposition party. Are you able to relate this? Because this investigation not tell me anything like that. Because the question what most people in the argue, as a first gentleman, they say sometimes they don't get intelligence will lead to that a report, a statement will be made. But we don't see any correlation. There's no correlation apart from the social media threat. Yeah? So nothing has been mentioned about any influence from the opposition party here. The positive thing about this report, I can argue that at least they don't reach a conclusion. Yeah? Because a good number of the people they talk say, hey, who side the investigation, don't they? Waiting at the outcome, they not come back to we. A lot of people if we say certain will come back to we. But from here, we don't know say, the investigation don't come out. At least they don't reach the people then. At least they don't reach people then, because we don't see investigations don't take place in our country before. Most of the time, they're not agree waiting at the outcome of the investigations. But this investigation don't come up. It don't come up with some result. Yeah, they inform the public. So for that, I think say we will give them kudos. Yeah. And finally, before I left here, this now indication to we brother them we involved in propaganda. For let them refrain from short. I don't say the social media they play an important role. But for a patriotic Sierra Leonean, I think it's important that when you use the social media, you therefore try to use them effectively. But any propaganda or any information where they lead to instability or they cause chaos in a country, they therefore refrain from that. And as I outrightly say, for me, I mean, the major cause of this riot, I think, say, the social media play a greater role, especially with propaganda, So I just advise my brother there, in as much as, you want to propagate the ideas of you, the ideology of your party, again, Lord Duam, as effectively as possible. Not refrain from this propaganda which will lead to some form of instability in our country. As least as clear evidence. All the other one in the way they do the causes and all that, I don't think they are as important. They are important all the time. But the immediate one, where I feel say, Nine caused the main riot, Nine caused this riot, is about the social media threat. And the Director General, I think, say not expand much on that. I know say talk a little bit about COVID-19, but it's unfortunate that it will expand more on that. And I think, by my own observation, I think that the major threat will lead to some form of measures taken where it impacted on the behavior of the prisoners then. So I will stop here, give other panelists a chance for letting dive.
Before you go, I just want to clarify one side. Okay. You say the social media threats, like all waiting them they talk on social media, you feel say Nine caused the riot, or you feel say Nine make the authorities then at the prison respond to the riots the way we then do?
Well, the reason why I say now one of the main causes or the main causes of the riot is this. Don't forget, I say the social media threats, it leads to the authorities then to take actions. Perhaps the action we didn't take, then go beyond what you're supposed to do. In other words, if you say somebody don't tell you, say, with the car attack, Naya, with the Kaya, in the next few days, if they look at the planning, personally explain to you. Yeah, you look at the way I describe the things, and as events and they unfold, they see, say, yeah, what did they talk? It looked like when they happen. So what you then do, then take extraordinary measures. Perhaps the measures and if not a social media threat, enough of them go to that extent. You don't understand. So consequently, it influenced the behavior of the prisoners then. The prisoners then become angry. Imagine you put somebody in a prison. Let me give you an example. You don't put person in a prison for 20, you then a cell. Yeah, you blank him, say 8 hours. Outdoor activity, like come on and do, you can exercise and all that. Now you can't restrict them maybe 2-3 hours. They become angry. They become very, very angry. Yeah? Remember, listen to what he said. He said, now our mesh, then damage, we then come out for come retaliate. So, So, basically, I think their actions they wouldn't take. Imagine they even go to the extent they say the family not for come visit them, which is a combination of that COVID-19 issue as well as the threat we come up from the social media. All them were just cause the prisoners then for become angry and behave the way how they behave. But however, there are other factors then I believe we need to not come up with, as I've been explained earlier.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Usman Tole. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Make we carry it, doctor. Make we hear you. Waiting and get for it today. Yes, Dr. Aissatou, you get a platform.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everybody did well, and we happy for the update. And we also want to tell the correctional person in charge, thank you for a readout to me. And also for me today, I really want to first start by saying everybody in that country for understand, see violence, in any form, not to the way for resolve any issue with the going at the country. We country don't already deal with a civil war we last for up to 11 years, and we know some of the things that we lack right now in the country is due to those years of war, where people then lose a lot of things, not only property, lives, as well as, way for move forward. It is make it very difficult for the country. But with the hope, moving forward, all Sierra Leoneans then go learn from this and try to avoid violence, because really violence not to the way for solve any issue. We should always remember, there's a way to dialogue, there's a way to advocate, and try to seek help in any way possible, so that then if you're there in a place where you don't say, advocate for yourself, but there will be people out there that can advocate for you, rather than what we see in April. That's definitely not what we want to see, because that day, those videos, would still leave some kind of vivid memory for all of us, in many of us, I would say, thinking of, going through the war, because I would say, like I mentioned before, I'm from Kwendu all the way to Freetown, and we the war starts with, so I would say we really lived the war for the entire time, and then for law beginning to see them kind of thing there, and at the prison system, it really they make me worried again, but we hope for the best and hope that not will happen. And that said, a report that was published by the International Corrections and Prison Association in September, this was June 19, 2019, talk about some of the risk we come to overcrowding, and adequate lack, where they lead to somebody in health. And I may want really briefly touch on today. So some of the things that we can happen in any health in crowded prison areas would include like mental health and physical problems in general population. Some people then can at the prison system then can because maybe they already get diabetes or hypertension or some conditions, then heart conditions. So just living in a overcrowded, prison facility tend to, aggravate these things because, there's lack of access to medication and treatment on a timely manner. And now we talk about how crowded it was, the lack of staff. So we don't know how many healthcare personnel then being available to many of them prisoners then. Yeah. So as we know, some people they need it for many different reasons. So even though they need it for different reasons, depending on the level of the crime, they still need to be treated as human beings and provided the necessary help, care that they need, right? So sometimes if they not do well, it can lead to complications, and people then really live now overcrowded environment or institution in like that, just like the prison. You did think of tuberculosis, you did think of HIV, AIDS, you did think of drug use, you did think of anxiety, fear, and then so many other things then would happen, and then and you question something with. Really, I think is important. If we lose about 31 people, during this attempted prison break, it would be nice enough for the family member them be reached out to, in a manner that way irrespectful, because when they leave, they probably were sentenced for maybe 2-3 years. And now to find out they died in the process of serving time, it would be nice for them not only send out a letter, because I don't know how we mail system in Sierra Leone, but, for somebody for really go there and try to identify, the family members. So then we'll give them the fitting burial where their family feels they then deserve, So basically, we can do better in how we go work on with prison system, and try to understand, say, somebody, as long as they don't find them guilty, they serving time, as long as not to murder, not to rape, if not, then other crimes then we require just few years, should be treated with all dignity and respect. And with the hope saying the police officers, the one we passed away along with the other ones, then, there will be, may their soul rest in peace. And with the hope saying, people then probably, which I want for agree a little bit that, with the COVID, so many people then probably get anxiety knowing that this virus, they affect people then where you crowd or way too close to one another. So that could have been a factor, but another factor could be that they understand, say, they get prisoners, then when a high stake prisoners, them, that another factor depending on their political party, and then if they get people then out there, then go on for attempt, for cause a riot where it really not being held well on the country. No matter how you look at it, that's not the way to go. You should be waiting for your sentencing. You should be waiting for you to be treated, the right way, and then serve your time. When you commit a crime, you should be serving your time. You shouldn't be breaking no prison, and we don't need that. But as a healthcare provider, I believe, say, if NAMIO advocacy is that they get healthcare workers and we will take care of them, put them within prison, and then we can try for decongest, the prison system, because, with so much congestion, we are at risk for other respiratory illnesses, along with complication of health problems that we did go along. That's my own take for tonight, and I hope everybody stays safe, and we should stay away from violence. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aissatou. Make we call it us friend, make we waiting you get for we. Yes, us friend, you get a platform. Waiting you get for we today, sir.
Yeah, hello. Good evening to Triple A, and hello to everyone at the panel. Would they listen to me tonight or in the morning, wherever you find yourself? Thanks to previous speakers. What me just want for take and a few things. The act itself is very wrong for people that lost their life, despite them whatever wrong they don't do, because then they deny the correctional center. But the first of all, the one thing what I just want to bring up first regarding social media more. in life, when some people able to discover their talent, then they use them in a right way, it was very, very useful. I know a few people, I'm not going to call names, but there are a few people, even in terms of with them, they campaign, do other things, or life, they go on for certain issues. You get people well eloquent for talk, and they are so much gifted to be even heard, and so much gifted that their voices, they can interpret them into action for some areas. Some areas, then they create a kind of unrest. And then people are the first and just want to clear up for that, just want to play. If anybody one day they're lucky or they come to for play this on radio, then listen them, then talent them more than get, let them use them. If you're not person where you know she's gifted, you don't begin to say, we are talk one great thing, an ordinary person, or beaucoup people and the listener. Why I not going to use this talent for something else? If I book I write, or I become a journalist, or I become an activist in a very nice way with this talent here, because if you don't know, you are gifted, but you are using the talent in the wrong way. I know they can't name in any way, but there are people who always, and they make small voice clip, so not every 3 minutes, they send them, that one great clip, they move more than millions of people. Lodge is about 2 to 3 million, because our low population about 7 point something. So now them people that just try for plead for us, first of all, when you know see you talent, you know, a person where we cut and paste, use them for go do other things. Instead of use them for disturb any environment where you find yourself, the dunya now, the country where they any side, that talent they want let people and try and know. There are people with talent, but they are using it in the wrong way. Now when I first of all have to address, they're coming to the way they investigate this issue now, parliament. I'm sorry, now this prison break, sorry about it. Now look at the way they say some people then die of gunshots. Well, I don't know if time come when if they investigate, then get for find people that were neutral, or they be don't try for look at these gunshot wounds. Here they want for come because when they talk about gunshot wound, now 12 people then die. And they say the section 16, when a subsection 2, if you shoot person with any weapon way, at least for let the person who they on the run or run, for let you stop him. All right. Now for kill him, I don't know, because you try for stop him so that he go do in prison back. Okay, I go see something shoot a foot, he don't run. He broke a foot. But here are the one part of it. The other part of it is that is it justified? I don't know. I just ask question. Is it justified for say they shoot them when then they run? Because when somebody then they shoot you, the outside the bullet they enter on a small side. When the bullet they come out, the space is bigger than outside it enter. That I don't see under the Civil War. So they don't confirm say them people have been they run, and when somebody is running away, now in back they run away for go try claim or jump, because that was the only way where them go see them come out. Not to the gates, then one run, jump na the fence. Then them body they meet them near the fence in the motion of jumping while they shoot them for them, or then they don't shoot them, they go see the blood stain for sure. So this might not shoot but it drag itself this distance. I don't know if they take that to point. So if anybody get for come back for look into this case, if you're a special body, let them look into this. When they deny say they are not gunshot wound, but are they justified with section 16 or accept section 2? Because you said we don't be problem one thing at UK. We one man in thief man and go meet and I host. The thief man there, then try for they go gun, they see them, then threaten them. They said they get some weapon. But he end up for shoot one. I think kill one, the other one escape. So they catch the man, despite the car gone, they say because they not prove threat to them. Say they get for do a debate for change that type of law. For sure say now, prove they say this person is ready for kill you. And when they even harm him, if you harm him at a spot where you go no say, you know harm him back where you don't try for run away from you. That's a different issue now, because this one has somebody will run away, you don't cause harm. But also I for say the other way round of it, that law they don't try for see. Is it justified saying they were running away? Well, that means they were jumping and trying to climb up the fence, so they should have been shot from the back. But person not go jump first with him back. It go do but it depends the height where you don't reach, we go turn it back, see that also. But that was not it. The idea is that were they shot because they were running away? That's not one thing. I just want to say back again, the 24 when they don't say they left so. if people are not come, let them give them a proper burial where it dignified. If they don't see them, so I only hope see that will get forbid, because up to this time now, no anybody can take them from April. It will be likely be said and just abandon them. And some people in back then complain say that because of one, now because of them we don't get rival gangs and they now for that some of them use blunt sharp object. We call them blunt sharp object for wound. Okay, are they justified saying a lacerated wounds from sharp blunt objects, or other wounds where they sustain from other areas they might have justified, because then they make it easy for see. So we just want to see them people and look into that while they do the investigation. And also they don't know what they do, because mortal man always they listen to outside and make sense. Their rival group, they are not true, saying that they cause fight between themselves, all right. But the reason why they try to do this riot, it could not based on waiting they say, now somebody don't bring the, we don't know, for say something, now for that, we they say they bring the person, or now because they can say the 230, or I think 130 bar, what the president for not free. I just see, I don't even 130, no, they say the government for not free. Well, that day for not free, the
no, 2 days before 200, make a happy and then I'll be 231 people and then for be free, yes. Yes,
they for not free, 231. Well, 231 there, now the reason that one day, they don't go pick in a way where in the picking of fear, so they say, well, we liable for law get this pick, now for that all. So these are all causes what we don't do, because actually there was a riot started by the inmates, but when the thing escalates, wherein they're not able to handle them, for us say, no, we shoot them at their foot, or no, we get a mechanism in place. If the mechanism not been there in place, well, these are all the areas where now a call for the government for their lives. These are all the things where they bring. Then we don't get again attention. Say social media been they pass with information based on other sources, that were intelligence sources. Say there is likely people they want for cause problem na the prison for go free people. Then the other one they say they plan say then they poison somebody, or people certain individuals they wouldn't hold the inside and assign somewhere they wouldn't go eat their food. Okay, so all them things they have been done, they go on. But the reason I don't know if government be able to handle their issues there wouldn't come on the floor. See now we look into how they happen. They handle them, but if you say until UNDP, they try for handle them, wouldn't be they try for bring body camera and other things in the place, will not be done the day, up to CCTV camera. But were they fast enough, or now the time lapse between the information we get then the initiative of UNDP for try to rectify this, let it go be, say them for don't get them body armor, for avoid this tier person will say, this might try for run away and for shoot them, or this person. That was the aim where UNDP bring, because they know what he mean by modern prison, where a prison go day, what it look big, it don't have capacity than they. We're not fit for the purpose, but then we not say they don't get about how many thousand acres would they be there. But the idea is how are the security dealing with the information, then social media, they can't inside back, they can't confuse everybody in mind. And then you get few people the way Golly would work for always say, instead of wait, now we see how things they happen. Then say they follow the flow and then just they circulate. Then just they share. Me, how many information they come to me, and they go stop, I'll delete them, I look, who's I get for look, I'll find out before I even give them to person. If I'm mistaken at the person, I go ask question. But I know they give waiting and not confirm. But at the thing now one day, I want to let people and try know inside this season, how they so, or this situation, how they so. Let them go no say not to the time this for anything then they, because and they all get for affect to all couple. The only thing we get from our government of Salone, the good thing where they can always lucky, there are outside bodies where they can't help, but the mistake where they do, there are no follow-ups. We even a part of it for this problem, yeah. Because they been get centers they will be say one thing I don't know if the same guy been talk, I confess say we don't get time of Ebola, so centers they keep some inmates for this year. But the problem we will accept will not be refurbished them. So when now the ongoing refurbishment they be there together with them to for help for locate some people and they. So these are all the factors. We are lucky to have things coming, but the area of maintenance so we're able to sustain them for a long time. These are all little factors who will contribute down there, because if they've been less in now the place, so then the riot not for us so big, we're not for able to deal with them. Because they will get a big number of people in a specific place. So then 4 or 5 number for don't come out and for see with the whole luna. But when hundreds of people in the common at one certain block for deal with those people, it's going to be very difficult. So these are all the things I want there. The one they will take on, then we're able to look into. Then we say when they come up, we'll learn and see what we're able to do. Because this don't happen at Congo in 2017. But then I'm militia they come. But all what they do for again are because of suppression. They can't try for freedom people there because they kill people outside. But that's a different case. Who now want like come again, where I will just end for try to give these few things. So we'll get a decade order generated, a choice for their generation there. And their voices then what they're able to make. What they make from their voices they are now gone no more. US now gone in the area, now noise in the area, now riot in the area. How then wave they are go able to stop now we own environment. Now through understanding, we all little one way for do, no do. But the government has a lot to do in terms of maintaining this TSO and let the people and we able to trust them, let them try show areas then wouldn't lose them control. But if they build factors and say one, now because of social media beyond detention, now because of click people and they now because of they bring COVID-19 person, the 90th person, or then the numbers they make. So you get forget all that in there, but that thing they are get for relate to one another. So then go believe because some of the other two they are not related. They never relate. You see, the gang that went inside where they kill themselves, they take opportunity. But was that the reason why? Or not because of the government, they say, that's the read and news they say, now this government they give. Or they were getting the wrong information from the security, they wouldn't know say, now so UNDP one for can do, now so they tell one for then they go interpret to the people and back the wrong way. They don't go tell them, the people don't become so frightened that they say the only way for us to escape from this is to try and break through. Based on fairness, again, we don't go pick some. So there are all factors which just don't come. But the area that out for find out, then people in the way die more. I mean, that idea one. The other way that are they dead because of just mistaken rioting, or they were dead because they not handled the situation well inside it. And that is number one. Let them try for do. Yeah, thank you very much for giving me the platform. Let God continue for bless we and God and Master bless we. Thank you very much. Yeah,
thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Tony, what's in your own contribution today?
Yeah, Abraham, thanks so much. RIP to the one that we lost their life, the deceased and the officer fallen ill on that day. May their soul rest in perfect peace. There's so many things we officer mitigate against the whole thing. The report was actually nice. It gives us insights of everything, and we all made the ask how many people and we happen for lost their life that day. And the reporter or the director give a very brief, although it's the first draft, they say it's just the first phase, but so much they were affected them for learn from. Everything in life gets a trigger, or then someone can call it antecedent, waiting at the cause, you understand, we make that thing happen. Everything in life must get a cause. And after there were so many, before this whole thing, so many information we don't come out. We don't want to go by those grapevines, but the one we come out plainly, we media from we media houses them. This not to the way they do with you. They mention about their welfare condition, and then even the Human Rights World organization, and they go to they show them the guiding conditions, so people then get a lot of rash and this and that. So there are so many concern with, and within that period, and the heighting of this corona thing, where everything you understand, it was really serious in the world. And emerged at that moment, somebody can get corona away, then go admit. So a whole lot of confusion and everything may happen within that short period. We then just probably use the opportunity wherein and see lapses and fall and use that advantage. But I just feel say the going forward, my own take of my own contribution here is then able for maintain ratio. Ratio in a sense, if you get over 1,000 inmates, definitely you get for make sure say you get officers, if possible, not just prison officers, but other personnel, them, even at the military or police or whatever, we go able for they will not able for beef or get a good number. So you're able for maintain that balance. So in a scenario or a situation like this, in order for which somebody outside will come out, either State House or somebody will come out for can help for his situation, because if you notice, the guy who actually calmed the will come for calm situation down was not part of them. It was someone that where they walk around we actually go in there and help for calm situation and put some of those guys down. A lot of unfortunate some people they lost in life, but the Constitution make provision for that. Say even a scenario wherein you try for escape, they can shoot you or kill you, that and above. And the provision there in the Constitution. So a lot of unfortunate some people they lost their life, but they should have been on their side. Probably some if they can able to get some good forensic audits in the whole thing, probably some people then go argue on the other end say these guys came out because there was a fire. And place not go the born, you the inside it, you just stay. You know what I mean? You have to play safe, say, hey, no, me, I not go on, I will not shoot me, I might make a hide. What about you side you me the cell with me the outside, the fire come on at the workshop, and you go na your own cell or na your own dormitory or whatever they call them, you understand? You definitely get for come out, for protect yourself. In those cases, safety is first. You understand? So they have to look at all those scenarios. You understand? But what Timmy one let them learn from this going forward? They can therefore begin work on a plan. If it's a plan A, it's not even a plan B. How do you go for decongest that place there? Then get the next door that special courts where they near there. They can use that area there for put some of the guys and will get less crime where the prison sentence probably don't left less, you understand? Or you can even, because the army gets what they call army engineering units, where in the army engineering, the government can able to say, okay, let's see how we can able to forgive the army engineering, because now there's no war, there's nothing going on. Beef them with machinery where they go to maintenance road, they go to make this, you know. When we then can use some of them, guys, then we don't get less, we get small crimes them where you feel say do not go on our way. Improve on the system where you can get GPS, just like how people then deny away, they still there and they monitor them, then get GPS. And GPS, they work in a salon because no companies then where they operate GPS, where they install GPS now to cut them. They came for even calm na then sire, you understand? Move with times, get some of the prisoners then where you see say not get too much, we're not too harmful to society. Use them in some of them projects and they make them get things that the foot where you go able to track them. Help in community service. Probably help in different disciplines where they can able to give them services. At the end of the day, if not small stipends then they give them or whatever, I'm not to say that that's it for B. That's a way where you can able for use them, because mind you just lock them, keep them under. Now taxpayer money you take for feed them. If there is any problem now, tax waiting. Start way for spare money. You can use their services, you can use their labor. You understand? Enable for work with the army engineering. Like certain roads, they will not go for the way for give to construction companies. The army can set up a team working able for work with the military, some of the military officers, the one are the army engineers, and some of them prisoners here. Rather than you get them locked up, over 1,000, just within that area where the initial provision was just less than 500 inmates, you get over 1,000. Definitely, the army chaos. Definitely, also you get idle minds and where they just sit down, you understand? All this click what they mention about, ego, make them, they think more harm, out for common, they make someone where they common do, quick and non go inside back, because they're more happy inside. Some man they run whole cartel inside it, some man they run the whole business inside it. You understand? Where some man are chairman, some man are 5-0, some man are this. So try for see how you capable for decongest the crowd. They decongest them and use the other facilities and where you feel say they are where they go. You understand where they are around. But other than that, if they still they go by this same 1,000, forget them guys them still there, they will still be planning this thing. Even if they're not planning kind of things there, wait till go see it happen, they will still be crying about the facilities, or still be crying about the welfare, because you can't get over 1,000 people in a locked up facility where very small like that, even if they eat good. But the human heat, the heat alone, hygiene purpose, if few people then they will know the worst, mix with other people the way they worst, definitely not a concern. You understand? So they have to look at this whole thing will happen and see how they can make the best out of it, the best I would say, the best opportunities, you understand, so that we're not going to foresee them kind occurrences here where they happen. I mean, the report was really brief, you understand. They told us the first draft and whatever. With the place, going forward, then we'll learn for the escalate some of their situations here. Because for me, the people the way there are plenty. I think that they should have, first of all, for the escalate the situation. Because if you get a scenario wherein you say click guide them, they take something for fights and company them, who's like the security personnel them today? So them sit down, they watch the guide and they harm themselves. They should have done better. If not tear gas them for don't fire inside it, for making the tear gas not go kill them, it go disperse them. Rather than, because based on a report, it says some of them are metal that they self-injure themselves, some of them inflict injury through them thing and day, not to all man die of gunshots or not to everybody. So they have to look at all those scenarios where they're able for improved on the operations. So next time they not go get that kind of number of deaths. Because what we call a spade is not everybody will die. Probably me violent inside. You must get innocent people then we go there innocently, probably for wrong crimes or crime they didn't commit. When me there among the people there, because the firing was sporadic. They not me the pick other than the fire, they were just firing. You understand? They were just them putting everybody down. Without them say one for jump first, without them say one for you know. That's my own take. We hope say them will learn from this going forward. Let us not see an occurrence like this.
Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you, sir.
You welcome.
Yeah. For the one that we can late, I'll just give a quick recap from what we get from the correctional service, the Director General. We be able to explain today about the initial. Take note of the word initial. This is not just the first stage. This is not just the starting, the beginning. We believe, say, down the road, we're going to forget the detailed report. However, even this initial report is not yet available for make we self lewian param. And when Tony they talk just now, he say he hope say them for better use tear gas. Definitely on the report then tell we say them be use tear gas, but the tear gas not be able for work. So now I make them be use the first way they feel we say necessary way now end up work. Okay, these are what we get from the report, the causes. And so we say overcrowding na because where they say that particular day na 1,300 people them be there as inmates na Pademba Road. Where Pademba Road them be making for 324 inmates. So they say na over 400% overcrowding. Imagine for 324, but however now 1,300 people them na them be dead as inmates on that day. And the one make we know say this now all under the causes so say Pademba Road get all kind of a criminal from high risk to low risk. Everybody they inside it. Then because of this overcrowding, they say them be get 40% understaff. So the staff then we did it. Then 40% they below the average way for be able to take care of the people them within a Pademba Road. And not forget say at that time, you remember they made talk about case number 90. Where a lot of people be say escape, then they phenom, then they this, where time become, then begin say, oh, they need for calling name, they need for show down at the person. So case number 90 be test positive na Pademba Road, we make boku restrictions them, then do them inside the prison. They say because they not be want to make coronavirus spread inside it. And because of that, one thing we them be do, them be suspend all court sitting. All court sitting them be suspend. Even then can left them for Canada 8 hours a day, then be get for cut and down to 3 hours. And even that 3 hours day, then be they only make them Canada in 300s. In 300s and at 3 hours instead of the 8 hours. And also, then talk shop, when at the retail shop, like the things that they make. What then they make inside, the outside they sell, then we get for close them. So then if you say, all entire what outline so, on one part, now the cause we make that riot day be happen on that day. Now make we come to the riot proper. They say the riot be begin 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning, and it be end around 11 a.m. 7:30 and around 11 a.m. We make maybe 3 hours or little over 3 hours. Now in the riot be take place. Then say during the riot day, inmates then be damaged, workshop domot them, and also then be burn some stores them and other building them with the inside the prison yard. Within that 3 hours, this now waiting then do. Now they are the outline so for you. And whether they be the gone, they say the inmates them behold some prison officers them hostage, and then be stone some other officers them. The whole hostage prison officers and then stone other officer them. They say during the riot day, rival group them. Then click gang them. Then self take now for begin for arm themselves inside the prison. Whilst this clash here they go on. They say initially the OSD them ODD then began for fire tear gas for able for restore calm, but the tear gas not be able for work. Then fire waiting, then fire tear gas, but the tear gas not be able for work. Then say so whether one they fail. Now armed people the way get gone, armed personnel them, they waiting, then force them way inside Pademba Road. Don't they use reasonable force for restore calm? All the way to here, now they break down so for we. They say they use reasonable force for restore calm. Okay. The damage, they say things can be damaged there. Then they say like the stores, the catering, the reception, the hospital, the workshop with them born and all the damages there. Then believe say it worth up to 20 billion leons. 20 billion leons. They say, let me try for bring calm and for restore order. But the inmates them, they refuse for even for return to their cell. This thing lasts for waiting from 7:30 to 11 a.m. Waiting be happen now we then find out after all things that happen. 31 fatalities. And inside that 31 day, 30 na inmates and 1 na correctional officer. 12 inmates died of gunshot wounds. That na the 31, so not other number they give, but the total na 31. 12 inmates died of gunshot wounds. 16 inmates died from blunt force. 2 inmates died of illnesses. They say the other one and a TB and all those things. 21 inmates sustained injuries. 32 correctional officers themselves be sustained injuries. And the 32 then say they all well. So by the one they will die. They say by the inmates they want to touch you. They say 6. The family they don't identify them and they don't bury them. Well, out of that 36 don't bury, 24 still in a mortuary. We didn't identify it. They say they don't send a letter to the people where them people have been put as next of king. They don't send a letter to them say, well, that thing will be happening at Pademba Road, una people and don't die. So how una go on for burying? They say from now to the next 1 week, if them people and they no reply, then go give proper burial to them 24 inmates here. maybe ask the question, say, how they send the letter here? A post office they use, a person they use for carry the letter. Because if in a post office, we all know say, okay, la left and day. Moving forward, they say they need for set up a riot command post. Because waiting do, Pademba Road, no get riot command post. They say psychosocial support to affected persons. So the affected persons, is it not the one that they inside the prison no more? Or the family member themselves will lost people them inside prison? But that one they only inside the moving forward. They say a multi-sectorial engagement where they need the public, civil society, and everyone we concerned about salon business for come together for bringing reform. But not forget to, they say, themselves be don't get, they get some good plan, they say they be don't get about what can happen, this thing and hamburger. But one part one day they say they don't get already 88 acres of land where then they build new correctional facility. We Pademba Road, they get for Pulango Moyanda. So they say they don't get the 88 acres of land. I just say make a go over this quick for people them way come late, who will be they play the entire report, who will not be able for Yeri waiting them be talk. So now you don't get opportunity for make you hear. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, and then Sequence. I call from France.
Yes, Sequence. You get 3 minutes, sir.
And the one day we died for an incident, they may God make them soul rest in peace. And from the initial report, first way me don't get from this prison officer man. You understand? Me personally, I don't know. I don't know the result of the outcome. It just get for hand up say now the prisoner they riot, and because always he talk to we so now waiting at them bylaws there, the prisoner do this, waiting at the rights for take over them people and make debunk this the way people they talk on social media play an effect. Me to me social media don't play effect. Social media not inside Pademba Road. You understand? Social media not inside Pademba Road. And this incident it not happen like we say now from riot will come out of Pademba Road, go inside Pademba Road. Pademba Road get a security, and then people this thing happen 7 o'clock to 11. And then tell me they pull jailman in a do for can even take breeze. We know both Pademba Road. No to them tell me all jailman they all not lock and key them tell me. So just like I don't know, we don't see videos them and whether they follow official networks, we don't see some posting after the incidents they where you own the post. It don't do for make we self we know the but we diagnose and analyze what's in this issue. Just like what they say, this justice system when they talk na Sierra Leone. We will not try for straight injustice now because to the outcome, so the first talk with this man can talk. Don't know say the result get for be say the man break the prison or then they pan click riot. If they pan click out now then they do them thing and they wouldn't go give them now 3 hours for Canada. And then people them inside lock and key. And we don't hear do jailman and they give testimony say now there's somebody can't broke one prison. Other prison some people jail some people in come out, they take advantage. What they say they feel saying at the right place they for take other them want to take. So with that prisoner then take advantage, which all what they don't say so yes, they don't stop them from going out from 11 hours or these hours. Yes, because then tell me you all know see the prisoner then all day inside lock and key. So no many people no can tell we say then na click. So it's you understand that the initial, but major the preempt no more say the outcome get for be like they tell us so. May God make justice again. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Sequence, thank you. Yes, caller, you live on the air. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, this is Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
You get 3 minutes, Mike.
Yeah, it's still not the bad management will get a salon and the bad management at the prison itself. I go get somebody where get COVID. Wanna no say that person will get tested positive for COVID. They wanna take a population when 1,000 people where they all locked up, you know. Why wanna for do that day? And at the same person back wanna take go to court where the court system shut down. Why wanna still for do that one day, you know? Why they for do that one? Now that question is why they for do that one day? Would not this case 90 when they still not tell we but would not this case 90 connected to? When they know they tell we would not this case, you know? Where all them problems are created from? Would not this person would not this case 90? You know? This bad management it affect everything as alone. You know? But they know they see that day. I go get prison where the prison system, the security don't get rubber bullets for calm down the riots, you know. Most of the advanced country and a rubber bullet they use. Why then soldier man for go use live bullets inside the prison? Now they tell we all NTR, you know. Would I open the gates for them prison and for let them come out? You know? Now they tell we the NTR. Would not the terrorists the way the president be the talk about? You know, let them explain more. We need more explanation. Let them tell we what thing really go on. You know, and then we want to know. Not to this report who want to know. We want to know the truth. And I'm your contribution, and I hope say everybody listen.
Okay, Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, caller, I live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Oh, my name is Safi from Tennessee.
You get 3 minutes.
Yes, sir. My contribution today, first of all, I just pray for our country. May God have mercy upon us and may God protect us. And whatsoever the distraction is going on, let God take control. First of all, my disappointment on this particular thing, when they ask the people for go to the mortuary, for go identify their people. Triple, let me ask you direct this question. The prison doesn't have a system that those people was listed.
You mean forget a morgue now the prison?
Like forget the registration or something like that. They don't have that system there.
Okay, for identify, you know, so when you lost somebody, even if you say na your mama, na your papa, or you know the person, you still have to go identify. Even on a normal basis, even without this one self, you still get for identify, say, yes, this person, I name this, and I ain't at the diamond. So that's the process they're talking about.
Okay. I can still start with that same question there. You won't get reporting. Like you brother or you man or what they call. Now you they go for go identify the person on a call, they call you or na something like a meeting like where then they call the names the people who missing. So if you didn't know directly, not them where they call, then let the AAA please. It's really disappointing. Really disappointing. If this thing also where you take the right, where this riot said they don't happen. They don't keep on. I've been watching one video, I've been sending to you, where one man they say, with the burden people there, we go and catch them, so they go and die in the street, so they will not see nobody where they can't wait till they fall. And I say, how people think they go and die in the street like fall now the COVID-19? Well, not for the COVID-19, but look. There's something needs to be done. Something needed to be done. There are people there did some more than that before this time, for we don't take how many days. The particular day when this so happen, the next day or the next week or the following week. People therefore we don't know. Them people there will die now mama born them. Now people the husband, now people they picking. The identification for the comes from them. When we say, please, if anybody like an announcement, like a radio, or then take a mic, make a motoka, go and pass na the free this year so don't happen na prison. But please, if you know say you get put in na prison, we want it to them make a meet we na St. John, we can meet we na McDonald's, we can meet we any site today. We get announcement to make. It's people like that. But then they bear some people because them people they not come. So some of the people they apply, they know even get radio. But if them message that they don't pass. Some people then they go plan, they go tell. And so thing they don't talk na free to do so this and that. One thing. Secondly, when them people there then they run salon because I've never been there. The prison get gates. Thank you. Okay, when they say the distraction by the social media, them prison then get phones, then get computer inside it. Like they ask AAA, Naya they ask.
I don't know if they get phone and computer.
Look, one thing. Where we should alone a wall, government now picking the wood they did at the social media. If you people, even you married woman or you get party, everything you put in focus of the negative of social media. Things are always they go wrong. If I remember that former president way I've been there na DC where that thing they happen na Rhode Island, where that thing they happen where they can where they knock pan bien that man they match for leg on that one bank then they knock pan bien that man. I say that I say we go for common. I say this is shameful. Yes, I say not. I say no. I say this is shameful, but that is not broke anything. That is not broke anything. They might still continue work. Things need to be done. Trust me. Things therefore be done the right way. Period. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Sophie. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Oh my goodness.
Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, you know about this prison break. Basically.
Your name and where you call from, please.
I call from London, Mina DJ Salif.
Okay, you get 3 minutes.
We'll get photo come as IB, you understand? First of all, the prison not get a main gate because I don't see prison in the way ABC then get a bigger gate where ABC. That the secured gets down the way, then they drive in and out of the building in order to salon force in the first place. And
you say the prison not getting main gate?
Like a big gate, we must even go inside like the prison that you know get them. Now a small gate he gets where it is at the entrance.
Okay.
You can't pass through the. Not so they get down the way. I mean, at any prison get a big gate where it be say. Even when they count prisoners, then they open the motor, go inside, then pull the prisoner or put the prisoner inside, pull and come on a door. Saloon gets some. Well, that's not to get them because when they see a gate is like anything can go in there. A big motor cable for go inside another time in. Okay, let's forget about that. About the reasonable force would then put not the report in another sense. You need to use reasonable force on live bullets on armed civilians. You don't use that is not reasonable force as security forces. And then we're talking about the people who were dying at Pademba Road. At the first, report will be the get from even from the authorities. They said about 11 people from them. So we'll be here about maybe 40 something, 50, 60. So which means the social media report them where we get, they are the right ones because now they don't come about 30. And it could be more than that. And like what did that woman talk about people who wouldn't be because I see them body bags and then how you call them narconuts at one point. Wouldn't be they pull them would demand be the one doctor but they make report. I lived in a salon for up till 17 years before I travel come. Will not ever get a situation where we even move and get war safe. I know so what you give me cancer you But on a normal circumstances, for make them begin pick body and not treat. Yes, it only they happen maybe if somebody go thief, then kill them. Then it happen. They say this not if you go thief, so neither then kill them. But for say then you go and pick body them of people the way they die in that country, they, to my own knowledge, it not be the happen sooner alone. For me could get up to 60 body them na cannot. So the authority, even the story in the talk they don't get a bigger place for go build prison. It's all coming out because of, all the narrative they come out now about the overcrowding. Now it makes them they come up with all their story and the whole thing was already being politicized. So we thank God that at least at this particular point in time, then they bring and come how they're supposed to explain to people and say what happened. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they get more findings to do. It's not related to anything when it comes to politics or whatever. It's just a normal, because prison break can happen in any part of the world. Even we say within UK, it don't happen there. So, yes, that is normal. And in that sense, even the board enforced interview inside that prison. So it's like it makes some senses of what he explained about what he caused the riot. If we go back to the first video, the interview, so there's a lot of senses of what in that body talk about that enforced interview. They say what he caused the riot. So it means it's got nothing to do with anything else, whether it is politics or whatever. Similarly to their own findings. So now that's my own contribution, sir. Thank you very much.
Caller. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, are live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Hello, I'm Albert Lansana. I come from Spring, Texas.
Yes, Albert, you get 3 minutes. What's in your contribution?
Okay, so what would they talk about the prison riots? First, I want to say the offenders, because I work as a correctional officer with the state of Texas Department of Criminal Justice. So the offenders don't lose their life. We want to say their souls in peace. So being a former correctional officer, I don't work for the state of Texas Department of Criminal Justice. When we start talking about prison riot, so Jamano for Gode, me a staff sergeant at the United States Army. So as a correctional officer, where we worked before, when they say prison riot, you get a special squad all day in charge of prison riot. So some of us, the correctional officer, we all stood up with riot gear for go disperse, not prison riots, also for kill them. We get gas, all they put by them. In events or situation wherein we, the officer, correctional officer, not able, that's where the state trooper, state police comes in for cool down the situation. Then, speaking about prison, that location is not conducive location because I had a previous caller say, now one green door there, yes. Where I work with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, one of the unit, you have the employee entrance and visitor entrance. Then at the same time, you have the door at the back, the gate, whose offenders did go, whose would they receive them or they come inside. So they not they pass through the main entrance, they pass at the back, whose they truck they come inside. And before the bus go inside or bring the offender to we, somebody get for them at that back gate or they receive that bus. Make sure it scan the bus under or make sure nothing out there under the bus. 2 gates, it pass the first gate and second gate. Then you get for pass another third gate or go inside they drop the offender intake. We call it intake. As soon as the offender the inside, then we get for strip them. We get for search them and everything. So that's our prison setting. Now, speaking about prison overcrowding, why prison overcrowding? So, good question. Because I teach criminal justice, I'm a professor. I teach criminal justice, I teach criminology in school. So criminal justice, correctional systems and practices, juvenile delinquency, legal aspects of correctional management. And all the classes, I talk about prison overcrowding. So why prison overcrowding? Because of space. When there is no space, let's say the prison over there supposed for all 1,000 inmates. You don't follow me, right? So 1,000 inmates. Now we get 2,500 inmates. They don't exceed the capacity. Does that make sense? So it don't exceed. So if suppose for 1,000, now 2,500. So it exceeds the capacity. So because it exceeds the capacity, what do you think the happen? What do you think is going to happen? Good question. Well, prison overcrowding leads to death, leads to violence, leads to rape, leads to everything. Prison overcrowding. It says prison overcrowding affects the ability of correctional officials to do their work because it decreases the proportion of incarcerated individuals in programs, increases the potential for violence, and greatly strain moral staff, prison overcrowding. So how can we deal with prison overcrowding? Well, you have what they call construction strategy. Good, you asked the question, what is construction strategy? Well, construction strategy, the strategy of building new facilities, the strategy for building new facility to meet the demand for prison space. You do follow me?
Yeah, I want me to left Andy. We'll go get for a car with you next time. Make we dissect more because the line too hot right now. So
okay.
Make we left Andy for. So I be promise we'll go car with you, and definitely that promise they not expire it. We will try to car with you. Make we can digest more on other topics them where we be done the mention in your name. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, that sounds good. You're welcome. Okay, right. Thanks. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yes, AAA, Adama, I call from New York.
Yes, Adama, you get the platform. You get 3 minutes. What's your contribution?
Okay. My concern is how the prison, the way where they arrange the prisoners. In here, in the United States, they have their high case prisoners. Okay, like serial killers, them, and all this other bad people, them. They put in one place. Even they have juvenile prison in this country. So my understanding, if I'm mistaken, please correct me, that they mix them up. Okay, murder them all, rapist them all. Even somebody will go slap somebody in the streets, they mix them all up. I think it's wrong. Okay, first of all, we said that prison day. Now, Freetown, it's like it's the middle of the town. Okay, like I said, if I say anything wrong, correct me or somebody will correct me. That's my understanding about that prison. Okay, and when that riot happened, I see on AYV and even on your own show, so the camera was there. They don't go able for even carry the fire truck to put off the fire. Who knows? Maybe some of them die because of smoke. Because mostly not to the fire where they kill somebody. Now the smoke where they kill most of the time. Who knows? So my own take on this today, I hope after this is all over with, they got first of all it's overcrowded. Okay, because when they build that prison, according to what they hear all the experts when they talk. Now for lesser prisoners, but they don't just overpopulate them, and it's very, very bad. So I hope when it's all over with, they got to do something about that. Okay, all the analysts, of course, my dear Dr. Asatu, Wilfred, Mr. Torres, and Tony. You guys, when I don't really educate me so much that when I listen to now, it looks like nicer class where they, of course, yours truly, AAA. Okay, so I want time kuna every day because even though I'm not a deep on the show all the time, I need to talk. Believe you me, I listen. If I don't listen live, when me show I go home after work, I rest myself. I listen for everything, they pass me. So I thank when I all, because when I don't really open my eye about me or country, where I know less about. And I'm more interested about that country than ever before. And I cannot wait, Triple to go home. I want to go home. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adama. Thank you, ma.
Yes.
Yes, caller, I live on air. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Hello, AAA. This is David KT. They call from Virginia.
Yes, David, you get 3 minutes. What's your contribution?
Yeah, very short, AAA. We listen to the reports. We don't come from the prisoner, the officers. But me just get some rhetorical question there for ask. Like, now they just find out for say the prison be overcrowded. Therefore, wait until people they don't lose their lives before they're able to find out. I say the answer to that, no. Then people have be don't always know say Pademba Road be don't overcrowded. Now, what strategy did they have for say men and get for begin the work on for control the population inside the prison? Like how somebody been mentioned for say the special court prisons. Then been there right next to Pademba Road. Then people have been able, the prison officers, the one they were in charge, did they write up any plan for suggest to the government saying, the way this place not overcrowded, we'll form some strategy so that we will divide them population here and not wait until it gets to that point where then kind, loss of lives here they happen. I find it very ridiculous on the reports for letting them come back and say we say the prison overcrowded. Now one part of the reason. This was something that have been known already. When the new government come, did the prison board, the management, anybody write up anything for present to the government say we are stranded because we are overcrowded? Okay, use rubber bullets, use tear gas. But he said everybody was just doing what they feel for do. If waiting we see in a video, not true. How can you justify just shooting because you're not police, you get gun, you just shoot somebody where they try for escape. You not get right for escape. That is true. That one they don't establish because the constitution don't say that already. But again, where is the command and control where we need for make we know say, okay, things and they go on accordingly. Governments, they always fail na that side. And for make you say your forces are very, very professional, that's not the first thing. When Trump, they apply some of the things and when people are not even like, they see the military, when they come, they listen, then they look up to somebody. This is our commander. We don't just shoot until we are told to do so. Presidential guard come out from status. They say the response will they make a proportionate to waiting what happen. Are you kidding me? You get machine guns against people them will not get no guns. They don't even get pistols. Then you come and read a report saying that the response will they make it appropriate. Let somebody please justify that one day. Somebody where they outside, you get machine gun versus somebody where they in cuffs or we been locked up for the longest way we don't know. And tell me say that is commensurate to waiting. So it's just very, very unfortunate. The one day way don't die, they don't lose their life for nothing. May God give them good road. May God make anybody where they go and do stuff for just take advantage on poor. May God turn around one day and show them say, not because somebody poor and unfortunate, you for take advantage over them. Thank you so much, AAA, and thanks to all the callers.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. Thank you. Yes, caller, they live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, hey, AAA, thank you very much. Let God continue to bless you. Hopefully, one of we go win Lotto one of these days. We open a big studio for you, my brother. But anyway, what TV they try to say? One, we will get Mafanta, we get dams, we get banana water, then we get remind. Then 4 different other prisoners, according to my understanding, we maybe in this alone, them now they don't carry young people and go. They still they do harm. You get any knowledge on that?
No, I don't get any knowledge on that.
Okay, because them now they need to know so they carry young people and they. Then Banana Water, then they get prison there, what they call Banana Island and Mafanta, and one other one what they call Remind. I don't know why they remind him in there, but what you mean they try for saying prison breaks, it happen in every country in the world. And let people know the kind of this show and act politics. Yourself, we see on a TV when prisoners then break, after when they go for look for them. Not to tear gas police and the whole again, because then they always talk now on TV say if you see them then they want to stay away from them. They're dangerous. So now weapon, real live gun, now policeman and prison guards like you all and the sheriff wouldn't they go after for look prison for after for prison and we break out, then they ought to lose. And then they try for saying that happened. But the issue here is even the terrorist team break down, the vice president go, he said the same thing. That place that they need for pull Saradi and build a mall, it don't become a sad place now. They need for build a happy place. The need for move and the vice president said that. But one time, I don't know if you, but somebody been interviewed like Lawrence Lima. They said they wait for investors. Really? You need an investor for build a prison for you? Not to like America. We prison and a business. So Africa prison, not a business. Where are they going to take money for prison in Africa? Which money we going to make out of that? So why you need investors for build prison for you? Then people that are going, I'm not business up, we need $20 to $30 million for build another Pademba Road. We go get well equipped where people can go there lively and feel better. You know, me not be there, I'm not in a salon, I don't know what happened there between 7 o'clock and 11 o'clock, whether the guy them broke, whether the corona, but yourself said, we get patients them, we get inmates them with the found with the corona. Now, Boku, they're not going to beat them down, but they remove them. Maybe that's the same thing they do in a salon. So when somebody they talk for say, why prisoner for the Uber corona? It don't happen now. It happen now we on prison now. We got Boku inmates in America now, we contract the virus. They remove them out of the population and treat them. Maybe not that may happen. Me not did it. I don't know what happen, why I remind them for show up, why as long as they mind whatever show up. But they just need for fair way, let them deal like just like what the man say, they don't get 80 acres of land. Let them go build a decent prison, because when somebody commits a crime, it still deserves for serve in sentence humanely. Let them just build a big prison, because when they talk about all this prison, Remind, Mapanta, if not them side and they let them expand the force, so they move the population from Freetown and shape them around the other side and they until they finish for build this one within the talk about. Because these days they can more than tell we something. We need to see any outside they go. This back now talking about believe me, you they're not gonna be now. Now just talk. You don't tell them they tell you but other things. But they need for treat them people, not prisoners, but they need for treat them with some type of respect as human beings. That's all, my brother.
Thank you very much, Umar. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Hi, I'm Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get 3 minutes. What you get for me? Yes, Patrick. We'll not get you.
Me?
No, we'll not be to get you, but we'll get you now.
Yeah, I say everybody don't agree and say even the president of state the population don't overpass mark. Solutions therefore move that prison day. Somebody mentioned they remind me it's happened them by road day. I did the call, but they don't turn that reminding as sentence place. Because like me, remind I don't go inside there, no ID. During 1992, where they arrest me for street trading. Yes, street trading during a key movement test. Where they carry go. They charge me for 20,000 loans. I refuse to pay. They go send me and remind for let me get sent. 2 days now take day. Then I can't pay the 20,000. So they reminded me don't turn into other things. all that population, whether they try to move that Pandeba road there, therefore they try for the open state land, state farming. Some of them, as somebody may mention, Ali say, well, that is sentence don't begin the less, or that get good behavior. The one that send they go out because they may do them thing the day before. The one that we get them good behavior in a prison, we're not involved in gun business, we're not involved in they try to liberate their mind there. So when they come out, they're going to do something. They go to them farm or buildings, as somebody mentioned, construction that they go on. We get state farming, all that this now work as the way the West. America people that make what itself now Nigeria, they make license plates there, they make so many things. The people that get degrees inside jail, where they come out, they hire them. They give a second chance. So man, they get so many degrees inside jail. But when they come out, they give a second chance. So whether they think of they move that prison there, let them go to think back, so okay, we get Boku land there where they wait. Let government, they talk about agriculture, they talk about this. If they get a state farm, state program there where they go to use some of these guys there, the one that will get less sentence, or the one that will get less crime, or the one that will they act behave if you don't good behavior, maybe based on you be good behavior in a jail, they go less you sentence. Now so back you go able to pull some of the acts of jail. So this person from the Tewe Kaya, it don't take 5 years. In sentence now 7 years, but he look there on good behavior. So you put them and then he list there where the president they pardon people there. Now one way done it, but we put them and then list the day. So if they act good behave, we will put in at the list. Say in case the president want pardon 100 people or 200 people, would already get the people the way they act behave. They're not left for to go random normal back. That will solve. Go create tension among people there. But the one where they have good behavior, they take another state farm, state program, their construction, that they act behave. Somehow they go and they go to behave. Because one come up place say if I behave well, maybe they will put me on the list. The day where president go every year the where president they pardon people there, I go there among that list there. So that would help the prison. So whether they think for move that they think also let they go to think also for the get state program there where they go to take these guys there where they go, let them go to work. The one that where they don't sentence with hard labor. Take the let them go do hard labor. Where you go do hard labor, upline, things they did plenty for do. Whether they do it, that will make their mind busy. You know, go to feed everybody as they say, if you don't know, because, and they look the surrounding, up and then by road on this. So, if somebody want, if you get money no more, if you have money, my inside salon, praise you go, you will escape self, nobody know. Because when you jump the first day, you will make you work a lot all day. You go now the next source force you to go hide. Before they go to look for you, you don't cross by boat, go anytime you want to go. That's the security risk. Now, while security risk down there, because all the hosts then landed, they may empty. Look, Winners Chapel, don't take some part of prison land. Look all the houses there, all the little bit country area, look that country area, all are so bad, so thing. Everything don't surround the prison so much that it don't turn to security risk. Somebody go over there and it's way back there because they do it. It's way in Jamba back to in gun people there. They go to sell them. So they go to think about that, and that will help the prison system for reduce crime, if you get a state farm, state project there, you could be able to help this guy there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and also the call from, please.
Hassan, the call from London, boss.
Yes, Hassan, you get 3 minutes. What's your contribution?
Yeah, thank you. Good. Thank you very much for the good work, boss. I'm the boss of prison, a statement where they talk. I just want to light to 1 or 2 points of them. Because we really see the prison break now because of overcrowded. Now the reason for make the prison break occur. Okay, law safe now that now the thing, yeah? They mention say the place overcrowded. How long that prison they don't overcrowded? Even in the area where they talk say yes, we know see that the main city. But at this part of this world, you get prisons building them way at least now the heart of the borough. Then I will mention one like a Brixton. you know. So me not believe say that one day for be reason for that. Then talking about the deaths, they say the number will be get first now be 10 to 12. Now they say the number don't increase to 30. These are all the one in the manage happen, including the two where they say that of natural death. You know. Then how are this? They say they don't contact the family then. Under which grounds they contact the family then? How? Which method they use? You know? Okay, let's say if them body then they still in a mortuary. Understand? This now about 2 months ago. We know the mortuary, the facilities of the mortuary poor. You know, how them body and they go down the how them go down town, you know. Then coming to La Rivas Bakus and Komod, when them they talk the soldier then forcefully go into the prison. This is sad. You know, because prison break they happen at every part of the world. When only one day you see soldier man get involved. You get the prison officers then we then able and do that. Why soldier man for go to prison with gun, fire people and kill people then? You know? So I wonder, because for me, they say they don't get 80 acres of land for relocate the prison. Yeah, that's fine. That's some good news. But how long you gonna take? When they're gonna finish it? Because they promise them where they at least where they never do nothing but it before I say prison. You know, then they talk say at least they look for help, you know, for donor them for help for build prison for them. I wonder who's kind of profit they will get out of that. You know, so waiting me they talk. The only problem that the one that we don't die no more, at least let God give them good. You know, because coming to that talk the way the director they talk, me not believe saying that two talk. Say the body then still lay, then they wait for the family them. We go claim the body them. If they not go claim them body, and they say they give them befitted funeral. Will they wait for see how they go bury them body in the end, which condition they go bury them? You know, so if I reach that far, my contribution around them was thank you very much for the good job.
All right, thank you very much.
For the talk. We go the talk, but
okay, thank you, sir.
Good night. Good night.
Mm-hmm. As I be the talk before I come with Hassan. Say myself get few questions them concerning the initial report with the director of prison Giri. And I believe say everybody we know say this particular case he get interest in them himself just like other callers them we don't call. Then self get questions where then they ask on this initial reports. I want to begin from the side where the Director General say they don't contact the families them of them people there, then send a letter to them. I don't feel saying that the right way that one day, then for contact the families them. Who that they send letter na salon? This day and age. Who that they send letter na salon? If I say I send you letter na salon, may you the salon I say I send you letter. It's like I want to send you something where I know I make you know about. I want to send you something where I know I make you know about. If they say they send a letter. They say they send a letter because then get them people there who then send a letter to as next of kin. So since they get them down as next of kin, so they send a letter for inform them say them people there die during the prison riots. Then send a letter. Whose service will they use? Na DHL, na Red Coat, na post office. Na prison officers then go, they go ask for person. One thing about social media right now, if the people them were concerned receive them letter than they, even though they say 6 people them don't go identify, they don't bear on their own. But for the other 24 or the total of 30, if they receive the letter, then they trust me. One per the letter, then they for don't leak. If I don't see somebody snap them, put it on a social media. And I don't feel saying the right way for contact those people. I don't feel so. Yes, you go say, then get who's kind na the day when they book them in, and then be take note of the people them or what. Then go say, oh, we feel say system no they yes, that's who feel so. Say there is no system. And record keeping, we are not good at it. Waiting Abdul M. Fatoma not tell we the other day how some people end up na Pademba Road. Where the area police stations them, when they full up, then they go keep force. Una who don't say this small, they go keep una na Pademba Road. So how then get the next of kin there? Or for make everything look good, then they just come up with names them. Who they no say, they say, oh, just write their letter. Who sent letter in Sierra Leone? Well, now we don't know say Sierra Leone prison, definitely they send letter. But that one day, me, I get question mark. And I don't even feel, even if the postal system they work, I don't think say that was the correct way for contact the family even. What go be the content of the letter? Also, you feel say this person there, I go receive this letter. We're talking about somebody we lost in life. Yes, you will say the person be found wanting or was waiting trial. But we don't forget how they say for deliver bearing news. Or because now people them way be they inside the correctional service, so you can just deliver their own news any kind of way. How forget? How then they tell we say, even if you get somebody way close to you, then go tell you, now you don't go call for second bar. Can say, how go tell them? They then go come first, then can put you down. When you see crowd first gather, you go be get so it happened today. But this one they say they send letter. Who's then we begin deliver bearing news so? I think say that one day, me I get problem with that one. About that letter to the people who are next of kin and waiting self. I don't think that was the proper way for contact them, for tell them about somebody who lost in life. Or waiting the right then, not for say we lost life, now for say we want to see you. What was the content of the letter? What if that person na high blood pressure patient? Na mami we yes, from high profile to low profile, everybody did it. But we don't know that No, that was wrong. If ever safe, na letter them be sent. That was wrong. Then say on that fateful day, 11 people be die. 1 officer and 10 inmates them. That's so they tell we now. Well, maybe they go say because they be say 7 at that time, now rush them be rush. Then go say now rush them be rush that 10 day. Now I make them mistake the numbers. With all waiting we hear today. With all waiting we hear you. All. Even though not the initial reports. Inside this report, the Director General tell we say there was no lead. There was no lead in the riot. We mean say nobody not take responsibility by the inmate then say I am in charge. Today we're going to cause to go, but no lead no be there. Kata kata just happens. Then bam. But the president of Sierra Leone, we beloved President Bio, be go na the media and talk say terrorist activities them from the APC. Say then they try for terrorize. They try for cause terrorist behaviors them. Usai we see na ya. If the director himself don't tell say lead not be they safe. So usai this terrorist business come on? Usai. In order to the international community go na lodge to Randy, who then be sit down near that swimming pool. After which we be begin to sign the talk. He repeat all and what them back will be tell we. Then they may ask, make the media come out because they want get a closed session. And the way he be talk back, he talk about terrorists. So if Naya will not hear anything about a lead for say the riots been get a leader. Not only say now this initial report na in say there was no leader. So usai the terrorist behavior or the terrorist name come out. And right now this report not available yet for we. But with all we to hear, then talk about rivalry gang, the cliques name rivalry inside there. But then talk about political tension inside there. No. At that time, people will be they come in defense say the president they don't brief him. Now he make it talk, now he make it call them terrorists. He know what we don't know. So if now this one now then be show President Bio. If now this one they can't tell we now then be show him. I don't think say if I be say terrorist business. And this one, now we're talking about pointing fingers. Now they talk about pointing fingers. We want peace, love, unity, respect, na salon. And that's what we want. And we lack for make we call things by their names. That first one will be happen where all man begin give the press release. All man be the full press release. They say, even Mr. Sefnaya, waiting me be called for. I say I need an independent investigation. If you remember. But if you will play the ball, now you the ref. How much foul the way you go blow? How much foul? And we know say a lot of times we report they come out, I say they come out so then they give it. But this one, they say it already yet. Or for saying time not be reached for Redam. Not forget so, after this particular incident, what will be a not to the appointment of a new internal affairs minister? Not to that will be a so the Huawei commodity. For me, come on, not talk. All man be they assume a lot of assumption. But with this report now, and with waiting the president to be say in the area, then Sierra Leone. Today na sound then I mean again. Na sound them na they get today. Okay, make I just show this picture of Pademba Road prison, the gates. Because just now where I talk now, somebody say, na lie me the lie. Yeah, Papa God. Waiting get my eye. No go see. Forget. What you see so? Now the entrance to Pademba Road prison. Dear, you tell me what you see. I left on the first, make I continue. Another issue will come up. People in the call for say why they not get rubber bullets. Whose team you don't hear about riot na salon? Even if na school picking them. Even if na makituman them. Whose team you hear about riot na salon? You hear about rubber bullets. We get tear gas. From tear gas, straight up. Now lethal weapon. Now lethal force. Now we get. Now we get a salon. We're not getting in between. I know say the previous administration, then we get that hot water. Then see them we get hot water. But we know say from tear gas. Now straight up, we see them they graduate. Now lethal force then they use. So maybe we for begin talk about that. Now that we for begin talk about now. How we go de-escalate riot them situation then at the country. Because now maybe now they would miss them. But that particular day, for people inside prison, we not being get gone. Hey. But until they say, they go try now forget how they put them. Make a get them here. Make a no call them, how they no call them. For set up a riot command post. A riot command post. We then go able to get now. Something inside there, we go able for do the right thing. Inside there. The sorriest part about Pademba Road, we then tell we say they get all kind caliber of criminals there inside it. Even to that Makituman, we're not able to pay in 1 million leons for Pepe. It end up in a Pademba Road prison. To the highest capital offense crime, they end up in a Pademba Road prison. So you get the most dangerous and you get the less harmful people in all the inside there. So the reaction from the force, they react for say everybody not the most dangerous. Everybody not the most dangerous. So because of that, now make we see how it end up for be. And then justify them inside the report for say the armed personnel by force them be forced them we go inside it and then be use reasonable force for restore calm. You can imagine if they not be use reasonable force. If they not be use reasonable force, imagine. Okay, that's not the other one. About the de-escalation. I don't talk about the how they write letter, I talk about the my last one where I want to talk about now. Now somebody where they na the SLPP. Not to pass Aksamo. We make voice notes. We talk almost o'clock in Uda den be go na prison. Say them be do a reward. The Director General Intel we say, based on social media rumors. And inside waiting the Director General tell we, in not tell we say, them people here go na Pademba Road prison at odd hours. Na in self talk with your mouth. It make you wonder, say, how you introduce yourself na that gate or Uda Sabian? Where you know to part of government. Eh? Where you know to part of government, oh? You say, now you self tell we say, una go the odd hours, you call names them. Now, we read this from the Director General, where you not even make mention of that audio the way be the fly. So now it gonna make you wonder, say, based on waiting that audio they be talk, maybe now I make the president himself come is in a terrorist. Maybe now I make. Where you go on for us say, who advises the president? Who that they advise the president? Before the president come talk to the nation, who advises, who that they go through waiting the president to talk. Before the president invites the international community, say, you won't forget to talk with them because of the present situation at the country, who that they advise the president? Because to waiting the president tell we, and to waiting the report say, they all two no correlate. They all two there at 180 degrees. All they look the opposite side. Unless they say this is initial, would they wait for the next one? Eh? Lives them lost. Maybe if people are not be don't cook story, the first way they use that day, they not forbid to use them. But you will talk back in a prison break. So all any force necessary because you don't know who than a high profile, who than a low profile. Not so? Maybe you go and talk so back. The way how they treat the people them who lost their life, how they say they inform their relatives, them, the next of kin them, will make you think back again. What really happened on that day? I can always talk and I say, even me, when I can this alone, whenever I see the security people with gun, you know, with the AK-47, the other worker, for one reason, I can just feel chill. Unfortunately, I'm not able to use to that thing. I can understand we get security. I can understand the time where the country be there at war. But are there no other means? Are there no other means for de-escalate situation or for secure properties? Yes, I can understand. Not the States, not the US. Police, they all get gone. But if we say we learn from Kit Bidu, the one that we get gone, look there. The community police, they not get gone. But we are like a shop safe for secure. Even though you know they are safe about armed robbery, where they can a bank, where they can broke bank, attack people, this and that, waiting. You know they nas alone. But now armed personnel now they put today. Who shall we learn this from? We for no say lethal force for be the last resort. The last resort. Now one day for be. I understand that particular day we get high profile. We get somebody will be careful go for treason all, yes. They were there. That I understand. But with security forces na salon. I think we need for recalibrate to remind them. We need them. I know they say enough for all gone. I know they say, but if they reach to the point where they know say it is necessary for me to wire come. Make a salon. So no, then they put something I make they know the even the bank where they talk say they know they may even attack now because gunman and kindena they do not na make. So the other day, and they go take an officer in gun, go kill person. Waiting to be the end story to Danny. Those are the kind of story that way they end distance alone. We are not justifying prison break, prison riots. I am not justifying it. I will make we understand that. But not to say because somebody is in prison, they're already condemned to death. Not to say they're already condemned to death. We say this 88 acre land, even though you not agree show you say. even though not agree show will say. But just hope say it will be funded as soon as possible. They say them don't even ready for put CCTV across and that did in Enka and Boga. But good thing they want do when at that 29th April incident in Enka and Boga thing. So fine country, get beautiful beaches, get beautiful people, but the attitude. And the wahala dey. Me got a point. We dey wait for make this initial report come out. We dey wait for make the detailed one come out. When we don't know. But if now they don't put the word initial not mean the final one. No. Although it take 2 months for me to get the initial. God help us. Go there back tomorrow. Until I be left the domot today. Make we see how it turn. So the one they call AAA names about the gate. And then we make a left and the make we see. Hey, Rosalind, I see the question I ask, who that they advise the president? Is saying they suspect AAA. Yeah. AAA at 360. Yeah? AAA not to the point where they can't talk here one thing, they go talk another Obayanda. AAA not to that will get too much. Now so why mommy. All time it talk who sign small picking day. See, you know it make an all like dandy. Eh? And all like can because I get too much. I really not like that lady did it because that one day any take I get too much dandy. So the picking don't hear when then they talk about this too much. One day the person where this mommy can talk say get too much now I come. All the mommy can and the picking begin looker. Picking the Benny don't like they watch the woman in mouth. If they go on the side, they watch him in face by the side, they watch him so you myself not able be and I asked the picking say, Paul, why they look me so? I say no. Mama say you get too much. Now the other months now they faint. AAA not get too much. So not in the advice. If we think AAA the advice now, trust me. Eh? Now if I be they see they happen. So you not get too much too. So big. I will tell us the struggle still continues, definitely. Go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again. AAA say